All righty, getting ready to get underway with kid carts. First class out here for pre-finals. We have 8 drivers. Starting on road number 4 will be Lawson Polehill and Anderson Leonard. Road number 3, Wilson Martins Jr. and Gabriel Salino. Road 2, Evan Hagborn and Daniel Krajewski. And road number 1 would be Jeremy Fletcher, and your pole sitter would be Lucas Rodriguez. Kid carts rolling out for their rolling start. Green flag is up, and we're racing. Looks like Lucas Rodriguez is going to catch the lead as they come into the tree turn. Once again, the second quickest configuration here is the configuration we're running today. It is clockwise with no hairpins and with the chicane. Lucas had quick time, 44.107. 44.107 pole time. 0.6 quicker than second place Jeremy Fletcher, and he'll show that as he comes down across the start-finish first time by. And we've got one cart out already in the back. And that looks like it's going to be Daniel Krajewski. Possibility of fuel was left off. Don't know. Let's see if we can get that cart either refired or get that cart safely off the track. So first time by, Lucas Rodriguez leads Jeremy Fletcher, Evan Hagborn, Wilson Martins Jr., Gabriel Salino, Anderson Leonard, Lawson Polehill. I want to say hey out there to, is that Aunt Lindsay, if you're watching today. Rotax Mini Max, you're on grid, please. Micro Max to pre-grid. Bring them up, please. So Lucas Rodriguez leading the way on lap number 2. Set his quick time, 45.462. This will be an 8-lap pre-final for the kid carts. Mini and Micro will be running 12-lap pre-finals. They're going to go pretty quick today. Great weekend of racing in store for us this weekend. Not only do we have the Ocala Grand Prix, we've got some NASCAR racing in Charlotte this weekend, Indianapolis 500. Monaco in Formula One. Please don't tell me who got pole. So Lucas Rodriguez with about a 0.9 of a second advantage over Jeremy Fletcher. A good little battle here coming toward the tree turn out of the showcase turn. That's Gabriela Salino and Anderson Leonard. Leonard looks to go around. He's going to go Buffalo, going around the outside. And will not be able to pull off that pass. So that battle between Celino and Leonard will continue as they come down the straightaway. The 14th of Leonard leads. Celino in the 59 coming through the showcase turn right behind him. It's closest battle on the track right now. Celino gets a great run as they come out of the showcase turn into the tree turn, just about 2 cart lengths off of him. Now down to a cart, again looking to go Buffalo around the outside, unable to pull that off. So we've got a good run from the showcase turn up to the tree turn. And 2 to go. Looks like we've had Evan Hagburn. I missed this. Evan Hagburn gets around Jeremy Fletcher at the line. So Hagburn's going to lead as they come out of the showcase turn. He'll be in second place, still trying to track down Lucas Rodriguez. Rodriguez, quick time, 44.671. Quick lap of the race, 44.671. About a half a second slower than his qualifying time. It looks like Celino has gotten around Anderson Leonard. Did that in the showcase turn. White flag in the air. Lucas Rodriguez. 1 more lap, 7 more turns to go. Rotax Minimax, you're on grid, please. Micromax to pre-grid. Once Celino has gotten around Anderson Leonard, he's pulled out just a little bit. Looks like Jeremy Fletcher has gotten back around Evan Hagburn, so a great run out of the tree turn into turn number 4. Puts Jeremy Fletcher back into second place. Checkered flag will fly for Lucas Rodriguez. It was 5.3 seconds last time. Let's see what he's going to win by. As Jeremy Fletcher comes across in P2. 6.8 seconds back. In third, it's going to be Evan Hagburn. Wilson Martin Jr.'s fourth. Gabriel Celino in fifth. There you go, your top 5 finishers in kid karts. All right, here we go. Rotax Minimax pre-final, a 12-lap pre-final. Starting row number 6 will be the 54 of Camp Clifford. Row 5 be Ryan Peterson and Philip Varner. Row 4, Ian Keel and Dylan Gennaro. Row 3, Zachary Hollingshead and Jake Nepper. Row 2 be Jason Brooks and Tyler Lindberg. In your front row will be Mateus Ramirez and Aiden Keel. Green flag is in the air. Looks like Aiden Keel is going to jump out to a good lead as he got a good push off the line. Looks like Lindbergh right behind him, and Lindbergh's going to go for the lead right off into the tree turn. Lindbergh's going to take Mateus Ramirez right with him. He's going to drop Aiden Keel back to third. So things happen quick here on this track configuration. 11 drivers starting off. Pole time 32.199. Now Ramirez with the lead on lap number 1. Aiden Keel second. Tyler Lindbergh in third. Varner fourth. Nepper fifth at the line. So things will stay tightened up. So Ramirez looks like he's got about 0.3 of a second at the line. He's got Aiden Keel behind him, Lindbergh, and the 584 of Philip Varner, Brooks. So starting to stretch out a bit. Front 3 drivers with about 5 kart lengths between them. Then you've got a group of 3 and a group of 4 behind them. Varner leads that second group of 3 karts. Dylan Gennaro leads the second group of 4. Aiden Keel looking racy. He's going to look to the inside of Mateus Ramirez, and he'll take that spot away in the showcase turn. So great drive for Aiden Keel. He'll get a little push. Mateus Ramirez coming through the tree turn. So Ramirez must be getting a great run off that showcase turn. These drivers with a spec gear and running a rev limiter. You no longer get to see those drivers doing the little bunny hop. Keel is not able to run away from Mateus Ramirez, and he'll stay right on his bumper as they come in through turn number 7. Field starting to stretch out just a bit. The battle up front is between Aiden Keel and Mateus Ramirez. He dropped back to about 5th spot. That's Jason Brooks. Jason Brooks, Jake Nepper, and Dylan Gennaro in a battle of their own. Once again, good to see Jason Brooks back out here again. Jason took a little time off. Ramirez to the inside of the tree turn. He's going to have to go Buffalo to get that position away from Aiden Keel. And it's tight. Once again, Ramirez getting an excellent run as he comes off the showcase turn. Keel's going to have to protect. Let's see if Ramirez is going to try the over-under move down here. Again, great drive off that turn. Tyler Lindbergh in third, waiting for something to happen, see if he can pounce. Varner in fourth. That's that group between third and fourth starting to stretch out just a bit. Now 1.3 second gap between third and fourth. Rotax Micromax, you're on grid. Rotax Junior, Tag Junior, your pre-grid. Bring them up, please. Watch how Ramirez closes up as he comes up to the tree turn. He's actually having to lift to stay off the back bumper. Great battle back there for 6th between 5 drivers. Nepper, Gennaro, Ian Keel, Hollingshead, and Clifford. Mateus Ramirez goes to the inside, and he'll take the top spot away from Aiden Keel as they enter the chicane. Tyler Lindbergh has actually caught up to him now. Keel gives him a good bump in the rear bumper as they come through the showcase turn and takes the top spot away again. Watch Ramirez, see if he's going to dive to the inside here. I believe that's turn number 5. And he'll stay status quo in second. They'll pick up 2 to go this time by. Aiden Keel still leading the way. Less than a half a cart length back. Mateus Ramirez and Tyler Lindbergh ready to pounce if anything goes on. Philip Varner leading that second group. So that battle for 6 has now become the battle for 4th. White flag flies. Mateus Ramirez going to stay right behind Aiden Keel. If Ramirez has planned it out right, looks like he'll dive in turn number 5 just before the chicane. This being the last lap. So just about 4 more turns to go. Let's watch Ramirez. Does he make that move again? He's moving to the inside, takes the position away. Aiden Keel is not going to be able to fight back. Now he's going to have to battle Lindbergh. So off the final turn, they're going to go 3 wide. Very close finish. Ramirez takes the win. Aiden Keel in second. Lindbergh third. Varner fourth. Zachary Hollingshead gets around. Jason Brooks for 5th. So there you have it. That's your Rotax Minimax pre-final. Okay, out next will be our Rotax Micromax. Will be one more 12-lap pre-final. Row number 6 will be Ryan Rackley. Row 5, Chase Tidmore and Trevor Oakman. Row 4, Chase Hefner and Madison Folson. Row 3, Gabriela Ramirez and Tyler Maxson. Row 2 will be Jonathan Martin Jr. and Bryce Haynes. And row number 1, Tyler, we got this, Gonzalez, and your pole sitter, Jordan Hefner. Pole time 34.505. Rotax Junior, Tag Junior, you're on grid. Rotax Senior, Tag Senior, you're pre-grid. Bring them up, please. So our Rotax Micromax drivers playing little games here, seeing how slow we can go. Green flag flies, and we're in the air. Jordan Hefner is going to take a diligent Bryce Haynes with her as they come through the showcase turn. That'll be turn number 1 this weekend. Tyler Gonzalez going to slot into third. And fourth looks like it's going to be Jonathan Martin Jr. in that Burrell. Jordan Hefner already out to about 2 cart length lead as they come through turn number 4. Pole time today for Miss Jordan Hefner was a 34.505. 34.505 for Hefner. And 'So Jordan Hefner leads lap number 2. Bryce Haynes in second. Tyler, we got this. Gonzalez was in third, but will move back up into second through the showcase turn. Bryce Haynes will be third. Jonathan Martin fourth. Tyler Maxim in fifth. $34,762 last time by for Miss Hefner. It's about 2/10 off of her pole time. Bryce Haynes, quick lap, 35,226. In third, 34,762 would have been about 2/10 off of pole time this morning. So 1 second advantage for Jordan Hefner over Tyler Gonzalez. Gonzalez leads the group of himself, Haynes, and Martin Jr. And you'll drop back to the 27 of Tyler Maxim, that Cosmic cart, and the 462 Trevor Oakman and that Tony cart. 12-lap pre-finals here. 12-lap pre-finals. Up next will be Rotax Jr. and Tag Jr. Once again, that's a mixed class, mixed group, so the Tag will start at the rear of the field. Our Rotax Jr. will start at the head of the field with a single green flag. $34,720. Quick time for Miss Hefner. She set that in the previous lap. We're watching Bryce Haynes. Bryce Haynes and Tyler Gonzalez here had a little coming together in practice today where Gonzalez ran up over the back tire of Haynes, and the right rear tire actually caught the left arm of Bryce Haynes. Looked to me like it actually got his helmet. It was in the tree turn. So the battle on the field, the track right now is for 6. It's Trevor Oakman, Gabriela Ramirez, Madison Folson, and Chase Hefner. That group of 4 carts as they come into turn number 5. Ramirez looks like she's going to go to the inside. She'll take that position away from Oakman. So Gabby takes the position away. Good move. Needs to protect that inside line now as they come into the tree turn. So watching Chase Hefner. See if Chase can get by. Gabriella run the low line through turn 3. Last time by, 1.8 seconds is the lead for Jordan Hefner. It's now Hefner, Gonzalez, Haynes, Martin Jr., and Maxim. It has not changed, but the battle there is for 6. Gabriela Ramirez now holds on to that spot. And looks like we may have a change in position now as the 85 of Chase Hefner also goes around Trevor Oakman. So move him up into that 7th spot. The battle for second looks like it's going to heat up just a little bit. And it has as Bryce Haynes has gotten around Tyler Gonzalez. Gonzalez now to the underside in the showcase turn, takes that position away. Haynes with a great run. So watching that battle for second and also that battle for 6. Looks like that's changed up maybe once more. We'll get them catch up as soon as they come back in front of us. That lead now is 2.4 seconds for Jordan Hefner. And there's a battle right there between this 27 and the 06 of Jonathan Martin and Tyler Maxim. And the 27 of Maxim holds on to that 5th spot. Ramirez holding on to that 6th spot. Chase Hefner, Trevor Oakman, Madison Folsom right behind. Your leader, Jordan Hefner, picks up the white flag as she's just out for a Saturday cruise. Tyler Maxim got back around Jonathan Martin this lap. Continue to battle it out for that 5th spot. We often wonder, as well as Miss Jordan Hefner runs, if Daddy might have had a trick or a finger in that motor somewhere. I think he might be a little hard to hide a turbocharger on one of these. So checkered flag flies. Jordan Hefner takes the win in the Rotax Micromax pre-final. Tyler Gonzalez 2nd. Bryce Haynes 3rd. And who's going to come home 4th? Tyler Maxim and Jonathan Martin in 5th. There you have it. Rotax Micromax pre-final. Up next, Rotax Junior, Tag Junior. Rotax Senior, you're needed on grid. Rotax Masters, Tag Masters, you're pre-grid. Alrighty, out now, Rotax Junior, Tag Junior. Starting row number 6 will be your tag driver, Michael Stevens. Row 5 will be Hunter Folsom and Sierra Smith. Row 4, Caitlin Melton and Zach Hancock. Row 3, Quentin DeBouver and Olivier Bellinger. Row number 2 will be Ashley Rajero and Ryan Norberg. And on the front row will be Austin Garrison and your pole sitter, Austin Verstig. Time 30.508. righty, here we go. Looks like the 9 of Austin Garrison's going to get the jump coming into turn number 1, and he capitalizes on that, and he'll take over the top spot as he head up to the tree turn. Like that 277 of Austin Verstig will roll in second. Let's see here. I may lay money that an Austin may win this race here today. So, all right, working lap number 2. Austin Garrison leads Austin Verstig. Ryan Norberg, Olivier Bellinger, Ashley Rahero in 5th. Rahero looking to go to the outside of Norberg, and takes over that 4 spot. The 221 of Ashley Rahero. Verstig to the inside of Garrison in the tree turn. Looks like he overshot. Overshoots. And now the battle for second is between 4 carts. It looks like maybe Ashley Rahero slotted in. And she come out of that in 3rd. So at the line, Garrison, Verstig, Rahero, Bellinger, and Norberg. In 6th place, it's Caitlin Milton. Hunter Folsom 7th. Sierra Smith up to 6th, 7th, 8th. Quentin DeBoover 9th. Hancock in 10th. And your tag driver back in the back. Rahero asking for a little help from Norberg as they come down through that straightaway. Norberg asking for some help from... Or Bellinger asking for help. Bellinger decided to go right around him. So forget that. So great racing all around in this Rotax Junior Tag Junior Pre-Final. As Miss Ashley Rahero is now running 3rd. She's looking to gain one more position to get around Austin Verstig. Gap between Verstig and Rahero is approximately 0.6 of a second. And it's going to be down to about 0.3 of a second next time by. She's closing in. So Austin Verstig holds on to quick time with a 30.714. As Verstig goes to, looks like, yeah, he went to the inside in turn number 4. Takes that position away from Austin Garrison. He got a great run coming off the tree turn to take that spot away. So now Verstig's going to lead Garrison, and Rahero's catching up. Ryan Norberg, quickest driver last time by. On that lap, that is. So now your battle for the lead is within 5 carts. And you've got a good battle back there for 8th and 10th. Flagman showing cross sticks halfway, 9 down, 9 to go. If you've watched Rajero long enough, you'll know that that cart's going to come in close to the end. Does not normally fade away. It normally gets a little quicker as Norberg now closes up on the back of Rajero once again. So we're racing like Talladega, 2x2. Uh, 30.676 Austin Verstig in the lead. Now with quick lap of the race. 30.676. Out next, I need our Rotax Senior Tag Seniors on the grid. Rotax Masters, Tag Masters to pre-grid. Our tag driver back there, Michael Stevens, giving Hunter Folsom a run for his money in that 19 cart. One tag junior in this group. Quentin DeBoover gets around the barrel of Caitlin Melton this time at the line. Stevens trying to go around as they head down the long straightaway into the showcase turn. Just got to pull out. Half a second lead last time by for Verstig. Increases that now at 0.6 of a second. Garrison starting to fall back into the clutches of Rajero. Norberg is not giving any quarter to Ashley Rajero as he is just running about a cart length off her rear bumper. Four laps to go. Yeah, Mr. Michael Stevens finally gets around Hunter Folsom there. It's for 8th place overall, but Michael Stevens leading his own class. There's only one driver in the tag junior group. 2 to go. 2 laps to go. Closest race on the track right now is going to be that of Ryan Norberg and Ashley Rajero. That will be for your third spot. So one driver drop a couple tires off the right-hand side of the tree turn, raise a little dust. White flag is out for Verstig. Now has a 0.9 of a second lead. So one more time around. Rajero is not close enough to do anything with Garrison, but Norberg still right there on the back of Rajero. Can he get around for that third spot? And does not look like anyone's going to take any motions, any moves. So Austin Verstig will pick up the win here in the Rotax Junior Pre-Final. Austin Garrison in second, Ashley Rajero third, Ryan Norberg fourth, and Olivier Bellinger in fifth. All righty, the 310 of Jonathan Kotick. Looks like he'll take the lead going into turn number 1. And he'll have Neary right behind him. And Beasley get the number on that cart. I believe that was Oliver Askew trying to go around Beasley on the left. We'll get for sure as they come back by here. Yes, sir. That was Oliver Askew going to the rear of the field. Jonathan Kotick leads over Nick Neary, Sam Beasley, Dustin Strauss, and Porter Aiken. So we'll give Oliver a little workout here, see if he can catch up to the field here in 18-lap pre-final. A.J. Myers gets around Austin Jordan that last lap, moves up 1 into 7th. Watching this top 4 right now, that's Kotick, Neary, Beasley, and Strauss. As they've broken away just a bit back to the 322 of Porter Aiken, who leads that second group. 6 carts in that second group. It's Aiken, Healy, Myers, Jordan, Lucido, Anderson. And looks like we've got one in the wall on the outside of turn number 1. We've got a tire rolling. And I believe that was the 4 of Brent Lyman in that tag cart. So Brent out of the go-kart, looks to be okay. Nick Lucido gets around Austin Jordan for that 8th spot. And up front, it's still Jonathan Kotick, who's got about 4 cart length lead over Nick Neary. Teammate Sam Beasley right behind him, then Dustin Strauss. Neary asking for help, tapping the back of his helmet, saying, come on, let's see if we can go catch Jonathan Kotick. Let's see here. Kotick with quick time, 30.089. He set that on lap number 3, so just 1 lap ago. Pole time, 29.854. 29.854, so not too bad. 0.3 of a second off currently right now. Last lap, 30.1. So Oliver Askew, after starting close to the front, now shotgun on the field, about 3 seconds back from 13th place Matt Clark. Kotick not giving up. 7 thousandths of a second difference between lap times of Nick Neary and Jonathan Kotick last time by. Always ultra competitive here in this Rotax Junior class. And I'm actually going to say that 14 carts is a little light for this group. We've seen 20 plus here at a Ocala Grand Prix North Florida Rotax Max Challenge Series race. Oliver now within a second of Matt Clark. He's got a group of 3 carts ahead of him. The more he passes, the closer he'll be able to start in the final. Oliver Askew's last time, 30.267. And Askew is now in the midst. He's gotten around Matt Clark. Dylan Bucci is up next. He'll go around Bucci in turn number 4. Nick Lucido trying to go around A.J. Myers and see if he makes it coming through that showcase. So Morgan Healy, driver on the move, gets into 6, gets around A.J. Myers. And Oliver Askew still trying to get around young Daniel Gray in the 127 cart. Up front, Jonathan Kotick still leads by 0.3 of a second over Nick Neary, Sam Beasley, Dustin Strauss. Move Oliver up one more. So he'll be in 10th now as he gets around on the 13X of Kyle Anderson. But a big gap. He's got 6 seconds ahead of him to catch up to the next driver, which will be the 332 of Austin Jordan. So they're just now crossing the line. So great battle back there for 5th. Porter Aiken currently holding on to that spot. Morgan Healy right behind him wanting to take it away. Beasley now gets around Neary. He's had a great run coming off the last turn down through the showcase turn. Let these two drivers switch it up, see if Beasley can catch up to Jonathan Kotick in front of him. That nose looking none the worse for wear as it's actually dragging the ground. He might have had some contact there at the beginning of the race. And already Beasley cuts into that lead, now down to 0.6 of a second. So it's now down to under 0.6 of a second. Beasley moving ever so slowly up on Jonathan Kotick. Last time by, Beasley ran about 70 thousandths of a second quicker, so not too much, but at least he's quicker than Kotick in front of him. Quick time 30.081. Oliver Askew. He set that back on lap number 8. But Oliver has dropped back through the field. And Oliver Askew has taken that cart off the track. Beasley now shakes off another 0.2 of a second. It's now down to 0.3 of a second. Three-tenths of a second, 2 laps to go. Can Sam Beasley pull this one out? Past teammate Jonathan Kotick. All right, 4 more turns to go. Can Sam Beasley do anything? He's within a cart length. He's not going to be able to make the move. Jonathan Kotick is going to come out of the last turn. He'll take this pre-final win. Sam Beasley in second by 0.2 of a second. Nick Neary third. Dustin Strauss fourth. And Porter Aiken in that 322 in fifth. Alrighty, out next will be our Rotax Masters and Tag Masters group. Row number 5 will be Dan Pinkston and Gregory Savage. Row 4 will be Darren Mays and Andy Timberlake. Row 3, Ramsey Potts and Kevin Coy. Row 2, Jerry Brown and Jason Nelson. And your front row will be Rob Mayer and your pole sitter Scott Roberts. Pole time 30.776. So Scott Roberts and Rob Mayer will lead them off the final turn at a snail's pace. Scott Roberts said, "You stay over there. You stay over there. Don't you crowd me." Roberts looks like he's going to have the lead, and he let Rob Mayer slot right in behind him. So we got 2 drivers in the fence already. I believe that might be Kevin Coy. And Scott Roberts just watched his lead go by as he checked up enough to the point where they thought it was actually, I think everybody has already thought that this is a restart, but it is not a restart, but just a yellow flag shown by the head flagman. And Scott Roberts gets back around. Hey, is that Jerry Brown? That's Jerry Brown I see in third place. Way to go, Jerry. He's got Kevin Coy right behind him, so it was not Kevin Coy down there. It was Ramsey Potts and Jason Nelson that got together. So I understand it's the new shoes and suit that Jerry has on that's making him go quicker. So I think Jerry is going to end up having to buy a new suit and a new pair of shoes every race. Scott Roberts with about a 0.3 of a second lead now over over Rob Mayer. He can have a lead over himself. Jerry Brown third, Kevin Coy in fourth, Andy Timberlake in fifth. Darren Mays, your only tag master driver, running back there seventh overall, but leading his class. And the 43 of Darren Mays as he went by, that motor did not sound too healthy. Quick time 31.228. Scott Roberts just set that. And Darren Mays looks like he may be lap traffic in the next couple laps here. As that kart definitely not up to pace. His last time by was a 34-second lap compared to a 31 of your leader. Your leader, Scott Roberts, coming by. He'll start lap number 7. Four-tenths of a second lead over Rob Mayer. And then 3.5 seconds back to third place, Jerry Brown. As our leaders kindly go around, Mr. Darren Mays points them around. So it'll be halfway this time by, an 18-lap pre-final. Clones, you're needed on the grid, please. All clones, you're on the grid. Shifters are pre-grid. There's your battle right there. That's Gregory Savage and Andy Timberlake battling it out together, and that's for that 5th spot. As your leader's getting ready to come by them again, so they'll put them a lap down. Here a couple more laps. Scott Roberts holds on to quick lap 30.986, 0.3 of a second lead over second place Rob Mayer. Jerry Brown running third, Kevin Coy fourth, and Savage in fifth. And looks like Andy Timberlake lifted to the point where he actually got passed. Greg Savage took that position away from him. Folks, you get that yellow, that blue and yellow striped flag. It doesn't mean you have to stop. That just means you need to yield to the leaders coming behind you. So Timberlake's going to be kicking himself. Five laps to go. Kevin Coy looks to be mounting a challenge here on Jerry Brown. Just a half a second back, so we'll watch that group. The group up front of Roberts and Mayer. They've just decided to continue to run nose to tail. Mayer was the quicker of the two this last time. And Kevin Coy now right on the back bumper of Jerry Brown. Can he make a move? Good passing opportunity coming up if he dives to the inside on the right in this braking right-hander. Nope. He'll have to do it down the long straightaway. And Coy does not have enough for him. So they'll stay nose to tail. Clones, you're on grid. Shifters to pre-grid, please. At the conclusion of our shifter group, our shifter pre-final, we'll take a quick break, let our corner workers get a drink, and then we'll prepare for our finals. Race day going quickly today. So Scott Roberts' lead has dwindled to just 0.2 of a second as they'll be coming to the white flag this time by 0.2 of a second. Scott Roberts, Rob Mayer, now they're trying to race. Can Mayer do anything with him? Now 2 kart lengths separate these two drivers, so they are on their last lap. They've got lap traffic ahead of them. Lap traffic is showing them by. So neither driver able to use that lap traffic as a pick, and it's going to come out. Roberts is going to be on top. He'll take the win. Rob Mayer in second. Looking for Jerry Brown to come around. Oh, and Kevin Coy got around him. It's a drag race. Jerry leaning forward. So Kevin Coy takes that third spot. Jerry Brown in fourth. So Jerry Brown all the way up to the last lap. Big knuckle bump there between the two drivers. Great racing. Jerry Brown in fourth and Andy Timberlake in fifth. That's your top 5 in Rotax Masters. Look at that. Rubbins racing, and they're going to start already. The racing hasn't even started. So row number 3 will be Charlie Bailey. Row 2, Rick Smith and Timothy Smith. Row 1, Daniel Gray and Scott Gray. We were discussing earlier this being a clone class with a pair of Grays and a pair of Smiths. Were they all clones? And we had one driver stop on the track to put his gloves on, so he'll need to hustle up and catch up with the rest of the field. That's Mr. Timothy Smith. And how kind was that? All drivers slowed down to wait for Mr. Smith to catch up. Timothy Smith's supposed to be starting in third, so he'll start right behind Scott Gray, your pole sitter. Green flag is out. Who's going to get the jump? It looks like the 127 of Daniel Gray, your outside pole sitter. Was thinking this track configuration might yield itself to probably one of the better configurations here at Ocala for these clone classes. This probably would only need to lift in maybe one spot. So across the line they go. So starting in lap number 3, Daniel Gray continues to lead over his clone, Scott Gray, but nice and close as Tim Smith leads his clone, Rick Smith, as we're paired up 2 by 2. And it looks like Charlie Bailey has died, or at least the cart has, excuse me. And looks like the 127, Daniel Gray, having some issues out there now. Scott Gray has taken over the lead. Tim Smith now moves to second. Rick Smith to third. And the 127 seems to be slowing. Now lost about 3 seconds a lap. So the 127 of Daniel Gray has pulled off. That's going to leave 3 karts on the track. So Daniel Gray's clone, Scott Gray, was leading the group, as Rick Smith's clone, Timothy Smith, is in second, with Rick Smith in third. 36.675 quick time. That's set by Scott Gray. He did that on lap number 8. Drivers coming to the white flag this time by. So the entire group here are 3 karts, separated by a mere 2.3 seconds. So they kept it close after 15 laps. So out next will be our shifters. Shifters are out next. Young Guns putting on a show for us, the next group up. And we'll take about a 10-minute break or so, let workers get a drink. And there you have it. Scott Gray takes the pre-final win in this clone group. Timothy Smith in second, Rick Smith in third. So here we go. Shifter drivers lining up. Oh, great start for Nick Neary. Oliver Askew boxed just a little bit, but Jonathan Kotick in that 54 starting from the tail of the field got the best start of them all. Actually came up to, thought he had second, but he's going to settle for third. As he actually pushed a couple carts out of the way, he got a start, so good of a start. Neary already out to about a half a second lead. Great start for Nick Neary. $28,559. 28,559. Let's see how that stacks up with poll time. How about 28,336 was poll time? And that was for Mr. Nick Neary. So Neary leads. Mr. Oliver Askew, Jonathan Kotick holding steady in third after starting sixth. Beasley fourth, Rajero fifth, and Morgan Healy in that sixth spot. All six of these carts coming out of the same stables. That's Ocala Grand Prix. Oliver Askew starting to be a little racy here, running 3/10 of a second quicker than Neary last time by. So what small lead Neary had is closed up now. Kotick still leading Beasley and Rajero for that third spot. Beasley looking all over the back of Jonathan Kotick. Goes to the inside. Takes the spot away. Great drive through that turn. Just to think Beasley does not get the practices some of these other drivers do here at Ocala Grand Prix. Doing a yeoman's job in this shifter class. This first year he's run the shifters, as well as many of these drivers. Quick time, 28,542. That by Oliver Askew. Askew currently sitting in that second spot. So this time by, we'll have 6 more laps to go. Nick Neary leading Oliver Askew, Sam Beasley, Jonathan Kotick, Ashley Rajero, and Morgan Healy. So once again, following the conclusion of this heat race, we'll have about a 15-minute break. Let our drivers get something to drink. Then we'll roll right into our finals. 10-lap pre-final, 10-lap final for kid karts, 14 laps for mini and micro, 25 laps for our junior, senior, and masters group. And then our clones will have an 18-lap final, and shifters will be 25 laps. And checkered flag flies. Nick Neary picks up the pre-final win. Oliver Askew second, Beasley third, Jonathan Kotick fourth, Ashley Rajero in fifth, and Morgan Healy in sixth.